Sairam, welcome to the concept of linear equations in two variables. The moment you hear of linear equations in two variables, you need to understand what actually linear stands for, what actually equation stands for. Before that, maybe in 8th standard, you might have learned this. Phi x is a number. In that, one is a constant, other one is a variable. Which is constant? Of course, phi is a constant and x is a variable. Why do you call that x as variable? It can take up any value, any real value. So, this is a constant and this is a variable. Now, linear equation means that variable part, say suppose phi x is there or phi x cube is there, whatever it is. This terms, variable will have degree or power. So, in the case of linear, the degree or the maximum degree or power of the variable will be 1. Then you call it as linear. By chance, if it becomes square, degree is 2 or power is 2, you call it as quadratic. By chance, the degree is 3, power is 3, you call it as cubic. Next, to the power of 4 is biquadratic. These are the basic things that you come across 9th and 10th standard, not beyond this in schooling level. So, linear, quadratic, cubic, biquadratic, this basic is sufficient. So, now you understood what is linear. Next comes equation. So, you learnt in 8th standard you learnt linear equations in one variable. For example, let us take the standard form of linear equation in one variable, that is ax plus b. So, there are certain things that you have to remember. First one is ax is only sufficient to tell it as linear, but plus b is, even if you add any constant to this, in spite of that it is only linear. Now, what do you call this? It has a special name. What do you call this? You call it as linear expression. What do you call? Linear expression. And the moment you equate it to equal sign and equate it to 0 or any other number, 15, 16, minus 17, minus 14, then that becomes an equation. That's all linear equation. Now, this, what you call these things are? They are called terms. First term, second term. How do you identify the terms? Always any term is separated by either the positive sign or negative sign. That's how a term comes. So, now you understood what is linear, what is equation, then two variables is a question. So, what is the meaning of two variables? For example, I have got in 8th standard level, that is ax plus b is equals to 0 form. Or you take an example of 5x plus 6 is equals to 13. So, this is what you got in 8th standard. But when you come to 9th, here you have variables are more, that is you are going to add one more variable, you have got two variables. Say for example here ax plus by plus c is equals to 0. What it stands for? It means you have got 3x, it can be plus or minus, let me take minus 7y plus 17 is equals to 0. So, now if you look into the earlier thing what you learned and present thing what you are learning, here you learnt only one variable. Variable, which is variable? Of course x, only one variable. Here in 9th what you will have? X also, y also. That is the reason you call it as linear equations in two variables. So, now what are the things that you understand and learn in this video, and then what are the things that you are asked to do at the end of this video? Let us look into the bullets. First bullet, what is linear equation in two variables? That's what the introduction that I gave. Linear stands for only degree of 1. Variables means there are two variables that will take x and y. Second one is solution of a linear equation. So, what is the solution means what you have to find at the end, that you will understand, and converting a statement into equation. So, you learn all this math. Tomorrow what is the purpose? you wanted to find like two brothers are there, one is 5 years older than other, 5 years back their ages relations are 1:2, after 10 years that is 2:1, then find their ages. So different statements you get, you don't get only equations. So how do you convert that statement into equation is a thing that you deal with. Next is plotting the graph. So this is where most of the students have seen, even after crossing the 10th standard they will be making mistakes. They feel it difficult to first form an equation and plot that equation into graph. It is so very easy. I am telling, many students have done mistake. Just little focus has to be given in that particular duration, and then you will understand very clearly how do you convert an equation into graph. Then you have geometrical representation of 1 and 2 variables. By chance, if one variable is given, how do you represent on a number line? 2 variables, how do you represent it on a graph? The thing. And then line parallel to x-axis and line parallel to y-axis. That means you get a line which is parallel to x and parallel to y. So what are these conditions? That's what your 9th syllabus deals with. So these are the things that you're going to look in this video. Standard form. I already gave you just in a previous slide this form. So what is the name of this form is? This itself is called standard form. Anything you take in math, it will have its own standard form. That means it can vary. That means you have ax and by. See the condition here where, see, let me read out the statement. The standard form of a linear equation in two variables is ax plus by plus c is equals to 0, where a, b and c are real numbers, and also a condition comes with a condition. A is not 0, b is not 0. So then these conditions should also be satisfied before you call it as a linear equation in two variables. Here examples are given. 3x plus 2y minus 4 is equals to 0 is one equation, and here another equation, here another equation. If you look into these equations and selection of these equations, why I selected this kind of equations for your example, see the smartness of the selection of the equations. Here I have taken the normal positive values, and I have taken 0 also whole numbers, I have taken negative numbers, that is integers, I have taken a fraction, I have taken a decimal, I have taken an irrational. That means you don't have any limitation of taking any number. You can take any number in the case of a, b, c, which are constants, which can be real numbers. You can take any. So hence I covered all the possibilities. So most of the possibilities, most probably irrationals I did not take. Imaginary numbers I did not take. So these are the things that you come across the 9th standard. So next is express the one question. Express the following linear equations in the form of ax plus by plus c is equals to 0, and indicate the values of a, b and c. Here you have to have the eye of recognizing. The moment equation is given, no? So how do I recognize what is a, what is b, what is c? You should be able to see that. Most of them, most probably easily you can see, but by chance if you find any difficult, rewind this video and see what is that. So here you have got this. This is not in a, is it in a standard form? See this. Is it in a standard form? No. So should I bring it back to, yes, that is the first job. So let me bring it back to standard form, that is 2x minus, if comes this side, it's plus 4y, and c is not there. What is the value of c? Of course it is 0. Plus 0 is equals to 0. I don't write plus 0 is equals to 0. It is not necessary to write, but c's value is 0 there. So what is a value here? 2. Easily understood. A value is 2. What is b value? B value is plus 4. That's it. What is c value? C value is equals to 0. So recognize here. Now it is more or less more comfortable for you to tell. What is the value of a here? 1. You know, no multiple is there, you can take it as 1. What is the value of b here? Little tricky, little confusing, right? First time it would be confusing, but look with a little more trained eye. 1 by 5 times q. So 5 q ones are q, so q by 5 they have written. So what it stands for? Minus 1 by 5 is the value of b. Okay. Then what is the value of c? C is equals to minus 10. So a is equals to 1, b is equals to minus 1 by 5, and c is equals to 10. 10 or minus 10? Minus 10. Of course it is not. It shouldn't be 10. It should be a minus 10 because it's already transposed. It's already in LHS. Now this same thing can also be solved by taking an LCM. By chance you take an LCM and then take a 5 here, and this becomes 5p minus q minus 50 is equals to 0. Transpose this into that side, 0 into 5 is equals to 0. That can also be written. It is not compulsory that you have to write like this. If they ask you to simplify and write, to do like this. Otherwise, straightly a is 1, b is minus 1 by 5 and c is minus 10. So you recognized ABC. This time I don't require to even spell anything. I'll put it in a standard form and you can easily tell before I finish. 2.4 is minus 4t. So if I transpose plus 5.2 is equals to 0. What is A? Correct, 2.4. What is B? Minus 4. What is C? 5.2. That's all. So now you understood how do you get this coefficients A and B and C, coefficient of x, coefficient of y and constant. How do you recognize from an equation, from the given equation? Let's move to the next slide. Solution of a linear equation. Really in TV, sorry, I did not mention it earlier because slide, no, I cannot put lot of words so that words become very simple. I just squeeze it back to very smaller notations. LE stands for linear equation. In TV stands for two variables. So I squeezed it, linear equations in two variables. Most of the maths teachers will do instead of writing all that every time. So come back. What is the solution of a linear equations in two variables? So as there are two variables in the equation, a solution means a pair of values, one for x and one for y, which satisfies the given equation. So solution means what you have to find? Find the value of x, find the value of y, that's all it is. Find the value of x, find the value of y. That's what the meaning of solution of a linear equation. So example is given. Let us look into this example. 3x plus 2y is 11 is a given equation. So they have given x value, they have given y value also. They are asking you to find the actually this is a substitution and finding and cross checking whether this is correct or not is one way, but you are going to get actually in a graph x coordinate is what and y coordinate is what you are going to get. That is the answer. So let us substitute the x is 1 and y is 4. So 3x plus 2y. 3 in x place I substituted the value of 1. 2 in y place I substituted the value of 4. 3 1s are 3, 4 2s are 8, 8 plus 3, 11. So now I got this complete thing. So I finished. This is what the solution of this particular equation after substituting the values of x and y. These equations becomes this. That is, it satisfies. That means x value is 1 is a correct solution. Y value is 4 is a correct solution. Otherwise, it can never be equals to 11. It can be equals to this one 13 or minus 7 or minus different values. So now I can confirm that 1 and 4 are the right values of x and y. Now, this solution also written as an ordered pair 1 comma 4. Similarly, 3 and 1 is also a solution for the above equation. You may wonder, is there only one solution or we have multiple solutions? Look into this. Substitute the value. In the place of x, you substitute 3. In the place of y, you substitute 1. Check whether you will get 11 or what. So 3 3s are 9 and 2 1s are 2. 9 plus 2 is also 11. Got it? Getting wonderstruck? It's nothing like you got two answers here, but it's also possible to get multiple answers. Not two, many answers are possible. Let's deal with that in next slide. Here are various solutions of same equation. I've taken one equation. The equation is 2x plus y minus 7 is equals to 0 is an equation. So how many solutions are possible? So I've listed at least not less than some 4 solutions here for the same equation. See, check here, put x is equals to 1 is my first condition. So I'm just imagining and putting x is equals to 1. When x is equals to 1 is put in the same equation, so 2 1s are 2 it will become. Then y value is what? Y is equals to 7 you keep as such and then transpose this 2 to other side. Then 7 minus 2 is equals to 5. So you got ordered pair 1 comma 5 is a solution. But is that the end? No, you have many other different values of x and y which satisfies the same equation. Let's look into the second one. Put x is equals to 2. Try hit and trial method or whatever you call. So 1 I have put and 2 I am putting now. So 2 if I substitute, 2 2s are 4. So then when I transpose 7 minus 4 is 3. So 2 comma 3 is also another solution which satisfies the same condition Then I am just trying with a negative number. Minus 1 I try to substitute whether it fits with minus 1 or not. If I substitute minus 1, 2 minus 1s are minus 2. Minus 2 if I transpose becomes plus 2. 7 plus 2 is 9. So minus 1 comma 9 is yet another solution. And I'll take minus 2 this time and substitute. See what would be the answer. So minus 2 if I substitute, minus 2 into 2 is equals to minus 4. If I transpose, it will become plus 4. 7 plus 4 is 11. It satisfies. So hence, don't get deluded like solution of a linear equation means only x and y's value you have to find, and this x and y value is unique. Always it is not unique. Sometimes it is unique. In some certain conditions, you have exactly one answer, that you call it as unique solution. In some of the conditions, you have got infinitely many number of solutions. Whichever number you put, it satisfies x and y. That is another condition. And another condition is there is no solution at all. Absolutely, whichever value you put, you will not get that answer at all. These are the three types. But don't worry, that you learn in 10th standard in next class. Here, converting the statement into equation. Usually you get any practical one condition or one situation that you need to convert it into equation first and then solve. Let's take, I've taken one or a couple of them. This is actually 10th standard thing and this is your class thing. Both of them are very easy to handle. Let's look into them. First one is the cost of notebook is twice the cost of a pen. So the moment they give, the first equation is set. Write a linear equation in two variables. Only one equation you have to form, that is the first one, forming of only one equation. In second case, we are going to form two equations. Two equations. Why did I give? Because I wanted to give a taste of 10th standard where you are going to form the two different equations. So now let us look into this. Cost of n, how do you solve? Pay attention, 8th standard you learned and it's very easy. We have to make an assumption. Let the cost of, let means we are assuming, let the cost of notebook be rupees x. I don't have rupee symbol, so that I've put this, otherwise you can put your modern notation rupee symbol only. Okay, I did not get it in my laptop. Okay, cost of pen is rupees y. So you got, you assumed cost of pen is x rupee and cost of pen is, cost of book is x rupee, cost of pen is y rupee. Then what is the relation that they have given? Book is twice the cost of pen. So book means x is twice the cost of pen. I pause here. Most of the times, many students, what they'll do, book is twice the cost of pen means they'll take 2x is equals to y. Because they'll think that twice the cost of, cost of notebook is twice the cost of pen means twice the cost of pen, they'll write off this. But if you really think, it's a wrong representation. You should just have to yourself put some value and understand that and get that knowledge, because see, 2 times the 5 rupees pen cost is, book cost 10 rupees. 2 times the pen cost is book's cost, no. So you cannot tell that 2 times the book's cost is pen's cost. Imagine certain value and remove this misconception. Many students, they'll make this mistake and they'll find difficulty. Sir, how is that? Can I do like this? Is it correct? No. So think, by chance, cost of book is twice, 2 times the pen's cost. So pen is a little smaller, cost of pen is smaller, cost of book is higher. So when you multiply pen cost with the 2 times, that is equals to the book cost. Got it? Now come back to the same equation. That is x is equals to 2y is the given equation. I need to bring it to standard form. What I'll do, 2y I'll transpose the LHS, x minus 2y is 0. That's it. That's all I asked for first case. Second case, let's look into. This is a 10th standard sum. You wonder, you'll do better than the 9th standard sum. This is such an easy thing. You are asked to do form 2 different equations. The sum of 2 numbers is 16 and sum of their reciprocals is 1 by 3. So write a pair of linear equations in 2 variables. Pair of linear equations in 2 variables. So you don't know what is first number. You don't know what is second number. What do you do first? You assume, let the first number be, first number be x let the second number be first number, let the first number be x, let the second number be y. We assume first number is x and second number is y. See, sum of numbers means you have to add, basic sense. It's an addition. So you add x is the first number, I add it to y, that is equals to, what is the sum of those? 16. I got my first equation, finish, I'm done. X plus y is 16, finish, I'm done. What is the second thing? Let us see, is it a difficult thing? Sum of their reciprocals is 1 by 3. So what is reciprocal? You already know. If a is a number, what is its reciprocal? What is the reciprocal of that number? Is 1 by a. X is a number. What is its reciprocal? 1 by x. Similar understanding is sufficient here. So first equation is 1 by x is the first number, reciprocal of the first number, plus 1 by is the y is the second number, which is equals to 1 by 3. Finish. So you can feel happy that you have solved the 10th standard sum, one of the sums. What is that? Sum of the two numbers is 16. Sum of their reciprocals is 1 by 3. Not all the sums of 10th are like this. So very simple. I selected very simple sum for you. Let's go to the next slide. Here, another sum which is actually a statement to equation conversion. Yellaling is thrice as old as his brother Sri Ram. So there are two persons. One is Yellaling, other one is Sri Ram. Yellaling is thrice as old as, he is the elder and he is the younger. And if the difference of their ages is 10, write the pair of linear equations in two variables and find their present ages. So we are trying to solve it also and get the present ages. First, what you have to do, because we don't know something, the moment somebody comes, we don't know what will come. Some x came, sir, some x. So we don't know something. Roentgen also, while discovering X-rays, he got some rays and he don't know what is the name of that rays. What is it? X-rays. Even today we call it as X-ray. So some X means unknown. Here what happens? Let the age of Yellaling be X years and the age of Sri Ram be Y years. First we make this assumption. Okay, next apply the condition. What is the condition? Yellaling is thrice as old as his brother. So now Yellaling is like last time. Remember book and pen? Yellaling is thrice, 3 times if you multiply Sri Ram's age, Yellaling's age will come. That's all it. Now you need to convert it into equation. X minus 3y is equals to 0 is the equation. Now you got this as a set of first equation. You require another equation to solve. With one equation you cannot solve. With one hand you cannot clap. You require to clap both the hands. So next another equation. Whether they have given the equation, second equation, yes. Second statement you read. If the difference of their ages is 10. Difference means always you subtract the smaller age from the larger age. Who is elder, from him you subtract the younger person's age. So now who is elder? Of course Yellaling. Who is younger? Of course Sri Ram. So x minus y, not 3y, x minus y is 10. That is another equation. So you got this equation. So from this what you can do is, you actually can transpose one of the numbers and find in terms of other one. So now what did you do? X minus y is equals to 10. And then when you transpose, what will happen? X is equals to, transpose this the other side, 10 plus y. Otherwise you have got the relation, direct relation. This relation you use it of. Better you use of the same relation. X value is what? 3y, no? Directly you take and write in the given equation. What is that equation? X minus 3y is equals to 0, x minus y is equals to 10. No. So in the place of x, what is the value of y in terms of x? 3y, no. That 3y you bring here. X, no. X plus you bring 3y. Minus y is there, no. Right, as it is minus y. So 3y minus y is equals to, difference of age is how much? 10 years. 10 years you put. That is putting the x is equals to 3y, x is equals to 3y. In the place of x you substitute, then you get 3y. So 3y minus y is equals to 2y. 2y is equals to 10, no? Y is equals to 10 by 10 over 2. So then 2 ones are 2 5s are, y is equals to 5. The moment you discovered y is equals to 5, what did you discover? You discovered the age of Sri Ram. Then discover the age of Yellaling. So then 3 times the age of Sri Ram is Yellaling. X is equals to 3 into 5. So age of Yellaling is 15. Therefore the ages of Yellaling is 15 years and the age of Sri Ram is 5 years. It is very simple thing. If you don't understand, revise this, go back to this video and slowly understand this concept, very important. Then hopefully many of you understood this. Finding the value of k. One more place where most of the students don't like this. Find the value of k, unknown number. They'll get little scared of, ayo, I'll give it, I leave this samapa, I don't learn. But that is not a right attitude. The moment anything comes as a challenging, first you have to take up that thing. So find the value of k is such a simple thing. See, I have given very simple thing. Let's look into this thing. So find the value of k if x is equals to 2, y is equals to 1 is a solution of equation 2x plus 3y is equals to k. So it's already a solution. K is a solution. And x value is also given, y value is also given. Changing the color of the pen. Okay. Now x is equals to 2 and y is equals to 1, right? Now I substitute in the given equation. 2x is there, no? 2x place, 2 into x place I substitute 2, y place substitute 1. That is equals to k. What is 2 2s are? 4. What is 3 1s are? 3. 4 plus 3 is k. So k is equals to 7. Tell me, is it difficult? Almost in no time you discover the k value, but unnecessarily some students, I've seen number of students, they'll fear, find the value of k means, Anna, I don't want that sum, I leave off that sum. No, finding k is easy. Just put that x value, put that y value and get k is equals to 7, that's all it is. Understand, don't get scared. Go to the next slide. Here, Cartesian plane. One more place, most of the students find difficult. Okay, I got linear equation. How do I represent these linear equations on a graph? And how that points I'll get on a graph sheet is a basic doubt of any 8th student who is coming to 9th and who is dealing it for first time. So watch this easily. So x is equal, now I've given one variable also, two variables also. So one variable means I'm just taking only x now. Two variables means x and y both I'm taking. So let us take the x. So x is equals to minus 4. It can never be represented on a Cartesian plane, it can be represented on a number line, that's it. So take a number line, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, dash, 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 it will go. So you know it. So minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, minus 4, minus 5, dash, dash, it will go. So where should I represent x is equals to minus 4? I have an exact location on a number line. This is what the exact location on the number line, which is minus 4. This you know from 6th. So then you may ask, Anna, why are you bringing it back here? To make you very comfortable. So as you know, the x is equals to minus 4, how to represent it on a number line? Similar is the case, how do you represent the things on a graph sheet? So now I am taking this as a graph sheet. This is my positive x. This is my x dash. This is my capital Y. This is my y dash. This is a graph sheet, Cartesian plane I call. In this case, so now I got x plus 0y is equals to 4. What is this equation? What are you doing there? Means, let's look into x plus 0y is equals to 4. So in x, what I'll take? 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is 1, this is 2, this is 3, this is 4. I am reaching the 4th place in x and y is equals to 0. Y actually, y can have any value. Y can be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, minus 4, minus 6, minus 7, minus 8, minus 9, dash, 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 it can go. But when you multiply that with a 0, you are going to get always x is equals to 4. That means always value of x is 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. If you count, same 4 centimeters apart or away from x-axis, you get a line. So next, 0x plus y is equals to 3. That means in this case, I am going to put the values, different values to x, but all of them will become 0 because my coefficient is 0. And then y is always 3. So assume this is 1, this is 2, and this is 3. So y is equals to 3. Wherever I go in this line, wherever I go, y is equals to 3 only. X can change. X will take negative values, x will take positive values. I am intentionally making that x multiply with a 0. So that always x becomes 0, y is equals to 3 answer. Did you understand? Actually, this is not a set of, actually this is not the right process of giving this as an example of linear equations in two variable. The basic definition, you remember, a is not equals to 0, b is not equals to 0. But here I have taken here also 0y, here also 0x. Why? Because of your NCERT textbook. They have given this example refer to textbook. Because of that, I have taken this as an example. I am making it very clear. It is not linear equations in two variable according to standard definition. But x can be represented, y can be represented. You will get a graph line. You get a line which is parallel. This is parallel to y-axis. This is parallel to x-axis. That's how you go with. Next photo. Okay. Now we directly walk into how do, suppose this is an equation which is given to you. X plus y is 9 represented in a graph. X plus y is 9 represented in a graph. So don't take any tension, just slowly understand how did I put that into graph, how do you put it in a graph. You know this, no? Y dash y, x dash x, you do it, and O you write, that is a origin, 1 2 3 4 5, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7, and minus numbers you put. Okay, basic graph sheet is ready. Now how do you put, means I have taken 2 or I have put. You don't require to take 2, and please don't take 2. Never take 2. Take only 1. Take either y is equals to 9 minus x or x is equals to 9 minus y. Never take 2, because if you take 2, both will confuse you. Take any one of them. So now I am taking only this. So y is here. See how simple it is. Observe, x plus y is equals to 9. Y is here. X should be transposed to the other side. So now plus x will become minus x. So y is equals to 9 minus x. That's all it is. You do only so much. After doing that, you have to substitute the values, different values. Now y is equals to 9 minus x is my equation. So I am putting this box. This box is not there in our textbook. Actually, this is there for 10th. I brought it back so that you can easily understand this. So first you take x value, next you take y value, next you take x comma y, so that you can get a point on a graph. So by chance, if you take x as 3, check. So x as 3. Now x is 3, no? 9 minus 3 is how much? 6. So y is equals to 6. Correct. Now take x as 4. Now x value 4 you have taken. 9 minus 4 is equals to 5. So x as 4 you have taken. Y have become 5. Now x value you take 5. X value you have taken 5. 9 minus 5. What is the value of y is equals to 4. Finished. After getting that, what I am trying is I am putting 3 comma 6, 4 comma 5, 5 comma 4. That's it. So that I get the points, 3 different points. So I call this as point A, I call this as point B, I call this as point C. I don't know whether I followed the same suit or not there, but let us say 3.6. Yes, of course I followed the same suit. So A, this is my point A. What is this point A? 3 comma 6. So 1, 2, 3. 3 you have to search here. Go up, and 6 you have to search here. Go left and see where these two are meeting. Don't draw these lines. I am just making for your reference. Don't draw in graph. So this is the point, you call it as point A. Next is 4 comma 5. 4 I first go with x-axis, and then 5. 5 I will reach in y-axis. Actually you are supposed to take a dotted line. Take the dotted lines, and here where you are going to get, this is called point B. And next C is 5 comma 4. So 5 is here. I descend 5. And 4 is here. I descend 4. So now I am just removing all this confusion for you. So now I got only 3 points, that is point A here, point B here, point C here. After you obtain these points, after obtaining these 3 dots, take a ruler and just pull a line, straight line. That's all. Take a ruler and pull a line, and don't forget to put a arrow marks, because this is going to extend either sides infinitely. That's it. Comfortable. So once again, I am revising. Many students make a mistake here. Don't forget basics like x dash, y dash, arrow marks all the 4 sides. 1 2 3 4, 1 2 3 4 5 6, minus numbers, basic graph setup, and then come back. Y is equals to 9 minus x, or you are comfortable, you take this. Or x is equals to 9 minus y, you are comfortable, take this. Don't take both. Any one of them you take, and then just put some value and get another value. 3 points you get represented in a graph. Finished. I think any new learner comfortably can understand this. Next is another example. Here I am not going to stretch like a last graph where I expressed so much, because thinking you as a very fresher. This time I am going to pull your challenge your understanding little more. I'll go a little faster. Okay. Here, what is the given equation? Draw the graph of equation 3 is equals to 2x plus y. So now this I need not to bring it to standard form. I don't require. Just I need, okay, out of these two, who has the free hand? Y has free hand. So what I'll take, y is equals to 3 minus 2x. Y is equals to 3 minus 2x. This is sufficient for me. Otherwise, if you ask, Anna, can I take this x is equals to, yes, I've given this. You can use this or this. But I use this now. You can use always this. I don't object, but it's more comfortable for me to take. Okay. Now, this box also I said in last a few minutes back. And if you look into x is equals to 1, I take. When I take x is 1, 2 ones are 2. 3 minus 2 is equals to 1. I got 1 comma 1. 1 point already I got. Next I'll take x is equals to minus 2. Minus 2 into minus 2 will become, very good, plus 4. 4 plus 3 is equals to 7. So I got 7. Y is equals to 7. Now I intentionally wanted to take a 0. See, when I take 0, all the answer will become 0 or what? It will not become in this case. So when I take 0 into minus 2 is 0. So 3 remains. 3. Finish, I got all the 3 points. 1 point is point A, 1 comma 1. Point B, minus 2 comma 7. And point C, 0 comma 3. I bring, so 1 comma 1, this is 1 comma 1. I put this 1 comma 1 and I call this as point A. And minus 2 comma 7. So minus 2 is this side and goes 7. 7 is this side and I call it as point B. And point C, that is 0 comma 3. 0 is this axis 0 and 1, 2, 3 is this. This is my point C. I get all the 3 points and then take a rule. Always the moment you take a ruler and draw a line, if they don't fall in the same line, somewhere you went wrong with your graph. So now they are falling in the same straight line. Finished. You got your answer. Don't forget to draw these arrow marks either sides. Comfortable? So now you learned or you got the talent of how you represent a equation on a graph sheet. Equation on a graph sheet. Go to the next. Here, lines parallel to x-axis and y-axis. So a line, here one line I have got which is a parallel to x-axis. I am double emphasizing because you may not see your mobile very clearly. I am darkening it. This is another line which is actually parallel to y-axis. Where is my axis? This is my axis. This is my y-axis and this is my x-axis. So now this is x dash, this is y and this is y dash. Hopefully all of you are seeing clearly. So 1, 2, 3, 4, minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, minus 4, minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, minus 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, finish. Now what is this given thing? In general, the graph x is equals to a, y is equals to a, line is parallel to dash, line is parallel to dash. Whenever you take x is equals to a, that means x you take certain value. In place of x you take certain value. Then what will happen to that particular graph if you get a line in a graph? What it would be? If you take x is constantly only one value, x is not changing its value. But y is keep changing its value. X is not changing, y is keep changing. In that case, that line would be parallel to y-axis. Let's look into. Now I have taken, draw the graph x is equals to 2. That means x value I have taken 2. So where a is equals to 2. Now x is always 2. See here, x is 2 here, x is 2, x is 2, x is 2, x is 2. Whichever point you take between anywhere x is 2, positive 2. But y is, see here y is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, minus 1, minus 2, minus, y value is changing but x value is not changing. When you get x is equals to a, that means x value is always constant, you get a line parallel to y-axis. That means when you take some value in x, make it constant, it is always parallel to y-axis. Other condition, this I don't require to explain much. When y is equals to a, y is equals to minus 3 if I take, it should be parallel to x-axis. See, now I have taken y is equals to minus 3. So y is equals to minus 3. Y is equals to minus 3 means where I should go? Minus 1, minus 2, minus 3. Here where y is. Minus 3 is constant. Anywhere you go left, anywhere you go right, everywhere minus 3 is constant. But x values are changing. See, x is positive here, x is minus 1, minus 2 here. Understood? So this is how I get a line parallel to x-axis, line parallel to y-axis. Easy. We'll go to the next slide. Homework. Almost we approach to the homework part. We have got 6 sums. Let me give, if any difficulty is there here itself, I'll explain. What is your homework? Simplify this and express in the form of standard form ax plus by plus c is equals to 0. How do you simplify this? Why did I ask simplify this? Because you can tell a is equals to, a is equals to 2 by 3 b is equals to 1 by 6 and c is equals to, if you transpose minus 5 you can tell. But I am telling simplify this. Why am I telling this? Because I wanted to make you work little. So 3 and 6 are there. Now what is the LCM of 3 and 6? First you take 3 and 6 LCM. Then 3 2s then that will become what? 2 into 2x 4x. And then it plus y comes as such. You know, all of you know this. That is equals to 5. In next step what I will do, I will transpose this 6 to other side. Then what your form equation would be, 4x plus y is equals to 30. Next what you do in next step, 4x plus y, that plus 30 you bring it back to this side, call it as minus 30 is equals to 0. Then you have to find what is a, then you have to find what is b, then you have to find what is c. That is the reason I have given simplify and express it is in a standard form. So this is the expression in a standard form. 4x plus y minus 30 is a standard form where a is this, b is this and c is this. Understood? That's what your homework is. First sum. Second sum. Find 4 solutions of this and x is equals to 3. So I already showed where I get number of different solutions, right? At least 4 solutions. Here find, I am asking only 4 solutions from you of this equation and this equation. Try it out. If you find any difficulty, revise the video and see how did I solve that. Okay. Next is third sum. The weight of a book is, just I have taken book. It can be a textbook or anything, but history book or a geography book. Weight of a book is 3 times the weight of a notebook. So in my case, I have got 2 references. One is book, I can call it as x, and then another one is notebook, I can call it as y. You take whichever way you want and then express this fact in the form of an equation in 2 variables. I think you can do it. Revise this video and see how simple it is. And if the points 3, 4 lies on the graph of the equation, that is 3y is equals to mx plus 7, find the value of m. I did not actually solve anything in my video this, but I thought you will do it. Let me give you a little hint and idea how do you do this. So I am asking the value of m, not x. So what you will do, obviously you will take mx plus 7 now. See mx plus 7 now, mx plus 7 is equals to 3y. You take it as 3y. Next what you do, you don't want anything other than m. So first you transpose 7 to that side. So plus 7 goes that side and will become minus 7, and you don't want even x. So m is equals to what it will become, m is equals to 3y minus 7, and as x is multiplying it should divide. I almost have done the answer. Okay, don't worry. So that's how you are supposed to get the value of m there. Next is draw the graph of y minus 2x is equals to 1. I don't help anything here, you know it, how easy to put a box and then take the point and draw a graph. And then the last sum of your homework is give the geometrical representation of 2x plus 9 is equals to 0 as an equation in 1 variable in 2 variables. I think I showed you how do you represent it in a 1 variable and 2 variables, and also I have posted your textbook, NCERT textbook, in our last video. In video itself I have given to get into your definitions. So see, and then how your textbook have done, refer that and then solve this. That's all. Hopefully all of you are comfortable in understanding this video. Sign on.